Yo, Paraka. Yo, Paraka. The gang on the loose, nothing you can do. The beast on the move, bully coming through. Trigger, tracer, drifter coming through. Add the snake that makes Paraka crew. Yo, Paraka. The gang on the loose, nothing you can do. You can try, but why? You know you're gonna lose. Yo, Paraka. Yeah. Paraka on the street, it's time, tick-tocker. The gang is on the loose, and in your school locker. At your home, too, in your friend's room, nothing you can do. The gang is on the loose. Yo, Paraka. Yo, I rap to the beat, the gang is on the loose. Paraka in the street, that's a lot of heat.
Yo. Bully
street,
coming through. My favorite part was Bully coming through.
I'm in the street and I'm in heat, baby. It's
gross.
I'm hot to trot. I'm ready to rut.
No, not the rut.
Look, let's just not beat around the bush here.
We're done. We're done. Enough of these fucking jokes. Enough with this gold material we're spitting out off the bat. Yeah, you got spirited away.
I am spirited away to a far-off fantasy land.
You may have noticed Ethan sounds just a little bit fucked up, as if he has gone somewhere.
I was going to say a little bit less trustworthy, a little bit less. Yeah, I have found myself in the middle of the future mega city, the dystopian Blade Runner nightmare world of Bangkok, Thailand.
Super powered by 2021 or whatever. That's India, but
this country has a bit of a reputation for being a little dirty, I'd say. I think that people thought about Thailand as being like a dirty place.
They like to get dirty over there, I heard.
I have to say,
caller coming in from Bangkok. I hear they get dirty over there.
It's and I have to say, it does seem like they have a real problem, because we're talking, they have so many dump trucks on every corner. Everywhere I go, it's a serious dumper emergency, because these girls are fucking quintuple caked up. These girls, I don't know where the fuck. I know. How come nobody told me that all these girls in Bangkok have the fattest asses? It is crazy. It is like, you'll see like 3 20-something-year-old girls walking down the street, and all of them have asses fucking just bouncing all over the gap. It is nuts.
I mean, most of them are probably girls. You sure you haven't made any mistakes? It's Thailand we're talking about.
I've been. My detector is as strong as any. My erector detector is in fact it is honed to a level of scrutiny that few can possibly match. These are verifiable. I'm looking. I know the signs. I saw the signs. I opened up my eyes. I saw the signs, and we're talking exclusively hot biofem dump truck action.
Yeah. They got that biofem bounce.
Yeah, you can't fake that. It's not something you could emulate in the lab.
No, you can't get surgery for that. Can't nothing you can take. No pills.
You can't prove. There's just nothing you can do. I've seen them try. To do it, and they can't get it past me.
So you've been seeing the lady boys too.
They're actually. I've only seen a couple. I've seen maybe like 3 or 4 total. I'm in the most expensive area of Bangkok by far. I am. Yeah. I'm in a really, really nice hotel within walking distance of this crazy mall, which is like a huge destination. So, it's not. I'm not in. I'm in a tourist area basically. So, which I guess I don't know. It might be counterintuitive that they don't have a bunch of them in tourist areas, but I don't know. Yeah. But they're doing their own thing.
You go to those third world countries. It's all about the ass. It's all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the delay for this podcast is going to be not ideal, but I think we got the audio to where it's workable. Just a little bit.
Yeah, we've just started, and you wouldn't believe the dumper problem that we've got here. They've heard of Bangkok as being a dirty place, but
What?
there's I can confirm there are dump trucks at every corner, and it's a dumper emergency. And hey Declan, how are you doing? It's good to start talking to you.
Is that a joke about the delay? It doesn't work because you already did that whole bit.
Yeah.
That's not a delay. You're in a time loop. You're in a gravity well.
I'm in a Bangkok gravity well.
Don't let me leave, Murph.
So, what else is going on? I wanted a massage. So I.
Now, when our friend David went to Thailand, I believe he was jerked off before he even left the airport. So how have you managed to avoid getting your fucking wiener jaked by these totally biological women?
This is straight up bullet time action. I am fucking every which way. Hands are grabbing. They are lustful hands. Those hands are meant for one thing and one thing only. They don't cook. They don't use them to drive. Those are jerking hands.
There's only one thing they want. Yeah.
So I went to the mall, and I had walked 12 miles in one day, and I'm like, I want to go get a massage now. And so they have one massage parlor in the entire mall. And I'm looking for it, and I realize to get to the massage parlor, you have to go into the parking garage, which is not a great sign.
Yeah, nice.
That is not.
I love that.
That is not a great. That was a bit of a red flag, but I'm an adventurous young man. I still got it.
Ooh.
So I'm like, I'm gonna dive in head first to see what's going on. And so I get into the massage parlor, and I'm looking through the menu, which I don't like being handed a menu. That just doesn't seem right. I don't like that I've got like a fold-out menu like I would have at a restaurant. So I go for I want a head massage. So I go into the booth, and the lady comes in. She's like a 50-something-year-old Thai lady. And she's like, okay, relax. And she starts going in on my head. She's wearing rubber gloves, and there's no oil or anything.
Nice,
so it's
good.
She's just tugging on my hair with rubber gloves.
Getting the dry. Hey, if she's doing a good enough job, you don't need any lube.
She is fucking manhandling. I'm being savage by this 50-year-old woman. And she's like, is it good? And I'm like, is there oil or anything? She's like, oh, take off glove. And she takes off the gloves. And it's still getting my shit worked by this lady. I'm still getting beat up pretty bad. But at least at least my hair's not being pulled. And then by the end, I was kind of liking it. And I was thinking, I'm like, if she's going to spring into action and start jerking me off, how long do I have to react to this? And what is that? When does that happen? Is that like a halfway through sort of thing? Is that at the very end sort of thing? I'm ready to guard my member. I'm ready to gird my loins against any sort of.
Yeah, because they're gonna try and trick you and like make you pay so that like you have to get jerked off. And if you try to leave without paying, then he's gonna have like her bouncer's gonna come in and just beat the shit out of you, or he's gonna jerk you off. I don't know.
They're 5'4" bouncers gonna come in.
Yeah,
they're 4'5" bouncers gonna waddle in and try to. It's gonna
be
like.
But he knows some kind of martial art that hasn't even reached like this hemisphere yet,
Yeah.
and he's just like does a crazy spin kick and sets you on fire.
It's exclusively knee chopping. Everything that he does is about knee height.
It's all knees,
and it really hurts. And he just annoys you until you pay up.
You must be in the only skyscraper in Bangkok. I'm looking on Google Maps, and there's no place with tall buildings anywhere.
Dude, it is. Are you fucking kidding me?
Am I looking at the wrong place?
Tall buildings ever. It is like I was driven around Bangkok because I had to go get some catering shit done for the shoot I have on Monday, and I've never seen so many skyscrapers in one location. It's shy of New York City, obviously, but I mean, everywhere I went was like Austin, Texas, times 8. It's they're all over the place. I don't know what exactly is what part you're. I mean, it's also one of the just the area that the city covers is so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very sprawling. I see where they are. They're like southeast of that.
So I'm on the river, right on the river.
I see. Yeah, I see where there's a bunch of tall buildings here. Okay. Nice.
Yep. What else is going on? I'm being activated.
We were joking about how everything you say about where you are sounds like some kind of code phrase.
Yeah,
you go. The sun is rising over Bangkok. I'm like, oh.
A crane skims the surface of the water. Mm-hmm. It's all all the way down. It's activations. So yeah, I got the travel giggles where I'm just like, this is ridiculous that this other place exists. I can't believe it. Who would have thought that there were places other than where I lived?
People live here. How's the you're drinking a lot of bottled water, you said?
I'm drinking exclusively bottled water, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cheap as fuck. Yesterday I had a pretty fun night last night where I was like, it was Mark's birthday, so he was out with Bree, and I just walked like down to a restaurant that was like a mile away. So on the street they have all these like these little like cart vendors that they have food or drinks or whatever. So I took one step out on the street, turned. There was a vendor who was selling beer. So I bought a beer off of him and then drank a beer while I was walking. And then I finished it just as I was getting to the restaurant. Sat down in the restaurant, had a giant Suntory highball. And then on my way back, there was another vendor. So I grabbed a beer from that vendor and walked back to the hotel drinking a beer. It was pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. I got more stuff. I'm still processing a lot of it, so I'll have a few more things to talk about next time we record. But it's fucking wild.
What kind of foods are you going for? Are you trying to like keep it like safe, or have you had any like wild shit?
I haven't eaten much street food yet because I'm in such a expensive area. There's not as much stuff here. Like there's not like a ton of street food. It's mostly like restaurants and sit down joints and things like that. I think I don't know that I've tried anything particularly wild. I'm just getting like my favorite stuff that you can get in the States, but it's like really Americanized. So like I'm taking every opportunity I get to get Indian food. I'm taking every opportunity I get to. I've been to Koko Ichibanya twice because I just have to have it. I just need it.
Oh yeah, it's good that they have that there.
Yeah, their beer is fucking horrible. Holy shit, they could not. But it's also really inconsistent in ABV. So I had like a beer the other night with dinner that must have had 5 shots of alcohol in it. It was like I drank this one beer and then was fucking wasted. It was nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Also, weed is legal here now. So they went from a year ago, weed was like you could get the fucking death penalty, to now you can just go into stores and buy it. And I went and bought some weed, but you can't smoke it anywhere. You can't smoke it in public. You have to smoke it in private places. So I was able to go to the smoking section of.
Okay.
I was able to go to the smoking section of my hotel. I asked the bellhop, and he told me where to go.
They speak Ego?
I'd say they got about. I'd say that every conversation is working about 50% of the time. I think that we got there. I've had one really bad miscommunication since I got here, where there was a cab driver who we could not. He wanted to ask me if I wanted to get on the highway and pay to get on the highway, and but he just couldn't fucking make it happen. So, anyway, what's going on with you, my friend?
I'm not. I'm in the same spot. I'm in the place I usually am.
Okay.
Yeah, I've just been
not for long though.
No, not for long. Yeah, I'm trying to. I got a bunch of firewood brought to me, and I'm just spent all day just trying to finesse, trying to learn how to work this stove. I can't keep it up at the right temperature. I'm just gonna have to learn that. Yeah, not much, really. Whoop, put my notes on the wrong screen. I've been watching one of those bald eagle cams that they got in one of the nests. Not because I care about the eagles, but because I just like seeing like all of the Facebook moms in the chat and in the comments. It is fucking so weird to see like full on absolute 100% purebred normies like interacting in a web format. Like it's so fucking weird. Like and like how it's crazy. Like they fucking, it's so not worth the effort that the people running this like camera and this channel have to put into like enforcing all of these insane rules in their fucking YouTube chat. Like, just don't have a chat. You know, it's like you like. Wait.
I don't understand. You went from normies to they have to enforce rules. What do you
mean?
What are these people talking about in the chats?
Oh, they don't want the channel owners don't want people to speculate about the viability of the eggs. You know, it's like just insane, like not even politeness. I mean, yeah, it's like, it's just, I don't know if it's because they're like animal people or because they're like women, but like they don't want people to like speculate. They don't want people. I saw a guy get filtered and the auto bot said like, "Whoops, you use too many capitals. People might think you're yelling," and it's like, this is so much more effort than what? It's like. I know, dude. What is it for? Is it like because kids go in the chat or something? No.
Like, what's the?
No.
What are these people talking about? You have to explain what are these dyed-in-the-wool normies talking about in this chat? Other than the fact, like, look at that eagle.
Yeah, it's mostly just people. It's mostly just people, like, just like obviously being. It's like everyone is just too worried about you know, it's fucking, you know, 40 to 50-year-old women just going like, you'll hear a fucking plane pass by on the camera and she'll be like, "Whoops, that sounded really close. Hope it didn't spook." Shadow is the eagle's name, or the other one is Jackie.
It's a fucking bird. Let the
and you know someone on the channel will be like, "They're actually quite used to planes passing by," and you know it's just a bunch of because
everything used to planes passing by.
It's so fucking nuts, and you can't like say it's just oh man.
They're just birds, man.
I know.
Birds. Which, like, I get it. They're cool, big birds, but like, why? What the fuck is wrong?
It's so fucking funny. I know, right? Like, they're trying to keep it like so. They're treating it like it's like I don't know, like it's a highly formal like business or like it's totally G-rated or some weird shit. It's just a bunch of, you know, people being like, you know, "Have a good day, eagle mommies." You know,
right.
I'll be praying for you.
This is what I fucking thought. This is what I thought it was. Is that it's a whole bunch of people who need something to care about. They need their kids suck and only they spend all their time watching Their kids are in college, not going to class and watching "Try Not to Come" TikTok videos on YouTube. Their kids, they hear nothing but metronomes coming from their children's rooms, so they think they're playing piano, but they're actually jerking off. It's like, and their husbands can't get hard anymore because they're 350 pounds. And their husband's 350 pounds. The kids are jerking off to TikTok, and they need to pretend like there's anything in the world worth caring about. They're just highly anthropomorphizing these eagles to the point where like they're treating it like they're watching a fucking person like tend to their newborns, you know. So it's like they're having that level of like
of like carefulness about what they say. Like the people running the channel, like the eagles have just been like kind of abandoning the eggs and like not really taking care of them and leaving them in the nest for a while. And, you know, normally you would probably just say something like, yeah, these things might not be viable, or, you know, they might not fucking hatch for some reason. But they're just like, but it's just like they have a bunch of warnings. like, you know, we understand that the eagle's behavior has been unusual. We want to refrain from speculating for now. And it's like, why do you want to refrain from speculating? You're the eagle people. It's fine for you. Anyone can speculate. You can say anything you want about a fucking eagle. It has no rights.
Yeah, well, we want to refrain from speculating. It's like, oh, it should just be like, oh, it's a bummer.
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
I mean, goddamn,
it's like we have no ability to control this whatsoever. We have zero ability to impart any sort of change on this scenario. Least of all the ladies behind their computers. It's like, I don't understand. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's the kind of like, and I guarantee is going to happen is that if these eggs don't hatch, the eagles are going to fucking start like eating the eggs, and they're going to turn the stream off. You know, like it's going to be like that.
Oh my god!
Like you're just like not going to get to see that part of nature.
It's like these dumb birds. These hoes are watching. Meanwhile, they're
oh, I thought you were going to say these dumb birds and also the eagles.
I have nothing against that band. They produce nothing but beautiful music. Fucking these dumb ladies are serving up for dinner fucking veal sausages with pork, and it's like we have pigs that are capable of empathy, and meanwhile you're just going to the supermarket and fucking buying them encased in their own intestine. But you have to get invested in this fucking bird. It's like, I know, birds are the least. They're you know how that it's like the Jewish people are like everybody else, only more so. Birds are like every other animal except less so. I don't care. Birds are gross.
Yeah, birds are really dumb. Yeah. Although I refilled all my bird feeders recently, and I've been enjoying. I get a nice wide variety of birds. I get a lot of. I don't know what the plural of titmouse is. Titmice or titmouses. I get a lot of chickadees. Yeah, just call them titties. That's what I was thinking about. I want any group, no matter how large, of titmice to be just called a pair of tits. No matter what number of them they are, it should always be a pair.
Every single I want a nature documentary where every animal that they observe is one that has a silly name that's sexual. It sounds like a sex thing.
Yeah. See, okay, I'm watching currently. The eagle is just kind of sitting there, sticking its tongue out and not moving. So I bet this is going to worry a lot of people. I want to do a live chat reading because this is the shit that it's so good.
Oh yeah.
Hello from Wales in the UK. Okay, sure. Gail B says, "What a beautiful evening as the sun sets on our beloved nest in Big Bear. SEDS, sweet family." I don't know what SEDS stands for, but it's really sappy shit too. You know, it's really corny.
Okay. So this is another thing that I would expect is a bunch of people like who have never
written anything
in their lives. Yeah, never written anything in their lives. Trying to
be
bang
poetic.
out a paragraph with some sort of a paragraph that has a lot of significance. They want to say something. They're like,
oh,
I'm
man.
capable. I've never said anything in my life.
I know. Yeah, that reminds me of like YouTube comments that are trying to be that. I remember, I got to find this again on Twitter, but someone was like, this is one of the like most like well written stories I've ever seen in a YouTube comment. It was like, because you always see the best comments on like videos below, like just like construction yard shit or whatever. I think it was a video of they were like, I forget what they were doing, but it's like they were burning, there was some kind of like mine or like garbage place, but like it was it's like a whole field, but it's really hot, like shit's on fire or something. And it was this guy, it's all guys like commenting because they had all worked in that before. And this guy was telling this whole story about how he had to like walk through this field that was basically on fire as his job to like inspect it. And he had to like, wear like a mask and a scarf to like insulate himself, but it's still like, it was probably like 200 degrees. He was walking through it. And every time he was talking about every time he breathed in it, it was like painful, and the whole field was glowing, so you could see the seagulls rising on the thermal like plumes. They would go towards it to, and he painted this gorgeous picture of this place. It was I don't know, it was really cool. More comments here. The nest has been empty a few times today. Shadow looks a little warm. What does that mean? How can you tell if the eagle is warm? Oh, its tongue was out. That's why. Okay. Its tongue was out. That's what I was talking about. But there's snow on the ground.
Wait, its tongue was what? It could be anything. It's like oh my dog's smiling.
It's a lot of people just saying like hello, good evening, eagles and wonderful eagle family and mods.
They just want to be a part of something.
I think Shadow is going to do a crop dump soon. Okay, that's some eagle terminology. People are learning their shit here.
I was gonna say I gotta fucking go to the bathroom and take a crop dump. I gotta get an entire crop out of it.
The acronyms they use are so weird. GE must be good evening. GE Eagle family. It's kind of sad to see those two lovely eggs sitting there, but we should be very happy that Jackie and Shadow are healthy and doing what bald eagles should go.
I was reading a post on Reddit, which was just from like English teachers talking about essays and stuff that they have to read for classes and like what their least favorite things to read are in essays. And the thing that cracked me up the most was everybody who had the impulse for somebody who had a really shitty, boring essay to dump something extreme at the end to try to like end on a high note.
Oh wow! So I've never even heard of that strategy. That's wild.
That's like they're like they'll have the most milquetoast, banal, like absolutely zero effort put in essay. Then it'll be like a page under the length that it's supposed to be, and then they'll try to go out on a high note with like an exclamation point and like a really profound final sentence. Like they'll have like a two sentence final paragraph with the second sentence being like extreme life affirming shit. That's apparently something that happens a lot.
Yeah. Well, oh god, I fucking hate how like all teachers wanted you to do was to like write as enthusiastically as possible about whatever fucking boring ass subject. Like they wanted you to write like so gay, like you were like a guy showing kids snakes. Like they always wanted you to be like, "Hey everyone, did you know?" It's like, oh god, it's fucking awful. That's why that's part of the reason why everyone's so fucking bad at writing is because they think you need to be like it's like doing it for children, like for 11-year-old girls.
Well, I got like one other thing. I banged through the first season, the first core of Beck while I was flying because nice. Oh my god, I had a 30-hour travel day to get here, which was the first 24 hours was pretty good. The last 6 was brutal. Oh my god, I was fucked up by the end of it.
How does that break down? Like, how does it take 30 hours? Like, you have any long layovers?
I went Austin to Seattle, then Seattle to Seoul, and then Seoul to Bangkok. So it was, and then I had a 3 or 4 hour layover in Seoul. But anyway, so yeah, I banged through the first core of Beck, and I had the biggest, dumbest grin on my face the entire time. I was having so much fucking fun watching Beck because it was like it's a show that I have a ton of nostalgia for. And it's like the music, even when I was watching it at the time, is I'm like, this music is awful. Like it's awful. It's like butt rock from like the early from the turn of the century, and or the new millennium or whatever. My brain's a little fried. You'll have to forgive me.
It's the same thing. But, yes, you're right.
But this time around, it is wrapped back around to being extremely endearing. How shitty the music is, and I'm watching the dub because that's what I watched at the time too. So it's perfect. I'm having a fucking absolute blast. And
is there like a lot of like Beat Crusaders like B-sides or something? Because I like Beat Crusader. I like the Bleach opening they did. I like the Kappa Mikey opening. Can't think of any
I am
others.
at the point I'm at right now. It is like rap rock. It is because there's a transition that happens where they add another member of the band, and they go and start making kind of like catchier rock music. But right now it is rap rock, and it is fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's interesting. That normally in music shows, like the band's music like never changes. You know, like they just kind of do like, you know, the music is almost kind of secondary, so they never like like the music kind of is always constant. That's interesting that they actually have a style change in there.
So they assemble the band in Beck. So it's like they have members of the band that are in there at the beginning, and then they drop out and add a different member. It's like it's so organic. It's such a beautifully done show where it really feels like you're watching a band kind of figure out what kind of music they need to be making and assembling like their identity and stuff. It's phenomenal.
That's great. Actually incorporating like the music into the story is like the thing that those types of shows like never do. So that's really fucking hard to do. So that's cool that they do that.
It's like they God, because you meet like a character and it's like, okay, this is our drummer and we've got our drummer for the band now, and then the drummer has to stop being a part of the band because they're not making enough money. He's like, I have to go work full time because I can't afford to continue working on the band. So they have to go find a different drummer, and the drummer has a different sound, and it's crazy. It's like it's this and the whole time there's this really the main character is a great self-insert character, and he's got it's a love triangle thing going on, or I guess it's a love rectangle going on weirdly. But it's so fucking good. I highly recommend it. You have to have a certain stomach for like hard on your sleeve earnestness, you know?
Oh,
like you have
that's
to
my whole shit. What are you saying?
But I have having such an awesome time rewatching it.
That's great. One last comment here from the Eagle Cam that I love is someone says, I think they will hatch tomorrow. Today is day 38, which is usually the day at least one hatched in years past, then day 39. I'm hoping these little ones are still viable and will come into the world. They spelled, that's one word, I-N, number 2, T-H-E, into the.
C-U-M, into.
They will come into the yeah, C-U-M into the T-H-A world, W-U-R-L-D. It would be a great rap album name.
That's my favorite line from My Immortal is it's talking about how Draco's going to come into the world.
Yep.
Anyway, anime.
It is part 4 of our endless Sisyphean torment of winter 2023.
A season review in 5 parts. It's this is the James Joyce novel of anime reviews. Just keep going.
This is oh my goodness. Yeah.
The season that will not die.
Even from across the world, we won't stop. We won't stop talking about it. We won't stop discussing it.
Yeah. You can't stop us.
No. So this first show we watched in this 4th batch here is called Rougo ni Sonaete Isekai de what's that? Hachimanmai no Kinka wo Tamemasu, which, if my notes are correct, means saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement, under which I put a frowny face. It's a light novel. Felix Film is the studio. So it's about a girl. What does she do? She falls off a building she gets pushed off a cliff. That is a new level of bullying. A new level of silly bullying in anime is they push her off a goddamn cliff, and she ends up gets isekai'd. Then she eats at a nice lady's house, makes friends with her cute daughter, fights some wolves, goes back home somehow. The voice acting is bad, and then it's like, okay, this is boring. And then she stone cold murders several wolves, like with a lot of blood, with a knife.
Dude, what the fuck was that? Because they're talking like these wolves are just trying to feed their pups, and the pups see their both of their parents killed in front of them and run off. It's cold as shit. And they're just trying to fucking feed their young. And I get it, you're trying to protect this little girl or whatever, but Jesus Christ, guys, tone it down a little bit.
It's
just have her spook the
easy
things
to
off.
Scare away wolves too.
Yeah, you don't have to murder them. It's like, I mean, I guess she gets money out of it. She makes some money off of the carcass. Incidentally, makes money off the carcass of these wolves.
I mean, it is cool that like they didn't like just make it an RPG and like have her stab the wolves and then they just like explode into a big cloud of of particle effects. But it doesn't really fit the rest of the show. This season is sending very conflicting messages about wolves, because there was that one show where the wolves were our friends, and then there's this show where the wolves are our enemies, and I don't know what to think. They can be our angel or our devil. They're in the Isekai world, you control your own fate. Yeah, very much so. The only thing I liked about this show was I like the brother's constant interjections. That he must have told her every single piece of information about everything that ever existed. This guy must have just spent his entire life talking. It is funny that like her Obi-Wan that she that keeps interjecting in her head to give her advice is just her brother, who's a huge nerd and just has apparently just been speculating about hypothetical fantasy survival scenarios for his entire life, which just happens to come in handy in everything she does, which is pretty funny because he's always super. He has this huge shit-eating grin as he explains this ridiculous thing that she can do. Well, I mean, you call that? You fucking point your bat to the fence like that? I'd be eating shit too. I would be like, holy fuck! Every single thing I said came true. It's crazy. But yeah, this blows. This blows. I didn't like it. It reminds me. The other day, I when I removed my old wood stove, I took this big metal panel off the back, like a heat shield, and I tied it up and hung it from a tree in my woods. And I got some new ear pros that I wanted to test out. So I fired a single 45 because I was like, this will probably be the least loud because it's subsonic. But holy fuck, 45s are so loud. It's been a while since I shot a gun on my property. I was like, maybe it won't be insanely loud, but oh my god, I heard the the concussive just echo, and I just immediately was like, oh god, I needs to be a while long before I'm comfortable. You gotta bring out that Ruger at 1022, bro. I know. You start firing subs at 22. You're plinking. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. You know what I want is one of those. I want one of those Ruger 22 pistols. Those look like the most fun ever. You were talking to me a while ago about a 22, about the prospect of a 22 pistol, and I was at the time I was like, what's really the point? But now I'm like, man, it's so cheap, and it's you still have a handgun. That's great. And you could hold so many in a magazine. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, even those Kel-Tec 22s. Where it's a 33 round magazine or something, Ooh, yeah. And they look like an MP7. Awesome. And it's not like it has to be insanely well built because it's 22. It's not going to fail on you. Yeah, it's not going to crack the furniture. It's so simple. Yeah, it doesn't have to be well performing because it's dealing with such light rounds. And if they even if you have bad ammo, just fucking eject it. Who cares? It's 5 cents. Right. You're making a lot of sense. You're selling me on this thing that I'm selling you on. The other thing I was going to say about this show is that they kind of I like the concept, but they don't get to the concept until the last 30 seconds of the fucking show. It's all this boring isekai shit, and then there's harsh, unnecessary violence, and then it turns out the show is about exploiting your isekai travel abilities to make money, which I like. But they don't really give you that in the first episode. They don't do that thing where in a show you can like scratch the itch of like, you can give the viewer the feeling of making money. But she just kind of is like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make money, and then that's the end of the episode. So they don't really like hook you in the way that they should.
How does she even do this shit?
She brings shit from our world into Isekai and vice versa. So you get cool nerd shit. There was a show like this in like 2013 called Outbreak Company where he could do this too. He started selling otaku goods in the Isekai to make money. And
right, but like, what's the? How does she do this? Why is she?
She brings it.
She just died, right?
Yeah, but she can travel back and forth.
Why?
I don't know, but she found out she can. She doesn't know either.
Damn. But
Yeah.
maybe I should get pushed off a cliff.
Yeah, you never know. It's like that image of like, like a K-On girl reaching through the noose for you.
Yeah.
Like, come with us, Anon. Also, in the ED here, she has just a fucking gun. So I guess she's gonna have guns. I do like the sundress gun combo.
The gun dress.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a subreddit. It's definitely sundress gun girls.
Gun dress.
This is my gun-toting trad wife.
No, I don't think you can have that kind of, not in a subreddit. But you can there's definitely a girls with guns subreddit for sure. But they probably try to look tough and not trad.
They're all bimbos. That's the problem.
They're all like fat blonde southern chicks, hot chicks with guns subreddit. Let's see. Yeah, it's all a bunch of. Yeah, they're like spray tanned, like tight jeans, mama bear women, like cop girls.
I know the type. Yeah. Exactly.
They're trying to look like Israeli, spec ops, but they just look kind of dumb.
They're just their tongues are brown from licking so much boot.
Some of these are like so there's so much like post effects and like it's like there's like staged photos. Like who is why is these being made? Like why do you why are you like on a set like taking a photo set of you holding a gun? Like this isn't even hot. Is someone buying these sets?
I think there's like a subsection of guy that's like fucked up. Like
No
they're
kidding.
just like something's wrong. And they're like they pretend that girls holding guns gets them off or something. Like there's like some like, because there's no way that's hot to anybody. So you have to pretend that you like jerking off to girls.
No, I mean
guns.
they think it's cool. I mean they genuinely think it's cool. I mean I wish it were some other way, but they really think it's like badass that a girl has a gun.
You need to start thinking about this in a different perspective. I wish I thought that girls holding guns was cool.
Ignorance is bliss, I guess. But I don't know. I can't. I don't really. I don't want. I can't tell how many of these are the same fucking girl. It's like they all either look like they just came from like a Christmas party with yoga pants and like a turtleneck sweater, or they look like what Ethan Klein thinks his wife looks like.
Why? I don't understand. I'll never understand. I'll never understand anybody.
I do like this. I do like this tiny Asian lady holding a 50 cal. It's so huge in relative to her. That is fun. But yeah, the rest of them are like, they're just like they have army crop tops with their nipples. You can see, but they're like they have such masculine facial structures because they're like they're roided
like, out.
I don't know what. Yeah, this is like what a lot of like. It looks like what a lot of scene girls turned into or something.
I guess that's probably technically an upgrade.
Why are there so many of these? This is crazy.
There's a lot of Metal Gear cosplay. There's a lot of. Anyway, let's move
that is an
on
interesting sub genre. Huh. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that show is whatever. I mean, it's not whatever. It's bad. I watched a show called Saikyou Onmyouji no Isekai Tenseiki. By the way, that last show, it's not 80,000 gold. It's 2 billion yen. They don't even mention 80,000. Doesn't matter. Okay, the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world. Wow. Under that, instead of a frowny face, I have Please God Save Us. Light novel, Blanc, Studio Blanc. I'm just going to... this one... Okay, so... all right. Okay, so there's devil guys. It's like this priest guy. He fights demons. He dies. He gets reincarnated. It's a okay. I'm just gonna skip the. It's a Mushoku Tensei. Maybe it was written. Who knows when it was written? It could have been before Mushoku Tensei. But Mushoku Tensei already did the fucking reincarnated. Follow him through childhood. Good at magic. It's all the same beats, and Mushoku Tensei is more well animated, and there's cuter girls. But yeah, he's reborn into the Lamperouge clan. Is that a real name or is it a reference? I don't know. But he's a little shonen, and he's born into this aristocratic, noble family. He has brothers who are, one of them's not mean to him. One of them is mean to him. They're snobby, they're Malfoy types because they have natural imbued hereditary magic, whereas he has none, but he learns some kind of like other magic that's like just some kind of other type that you have to like learn that isn't like inherent to you or whatever. So he just basically does a bunch of studying and gets really good at magic. He summons an elf lady that he knew in his previous life, and then there's a maid / slave that lives in their like mansion that he befriends, who his brother tries to fuck, but I don't think does. The slave girl also, it turns out, is good at magic. They both fight a monster. I think they fight it together and beat it. I don't know. They kill it. And I don't care. The maid's cute.
Oh. But what about, there sounds like there's so much drama. You're telling me that bigotry in the magic world isn't doing it for you? You're telling me that a guy studying really hard and getting good at magic isn't doing it?
It wouldn't be that bad if I hadn't already watched Mushoku Tensei. But yeah, it is like Mushoku Tensei it's like half of Mushoku Tensei. It's like half of where it needs to be. Yep. It even kind of seems like it's kind of going for the art style. Like even if the light novel was just totally coincidentally, very similar, it seems like they know how popular that show was, and they it's like almost like the color scheme is like similar and stuff. But yeah, it's just that again, but not as good. Just wait for the season 3 has got to be coming soon. Just wait for that.
I can't wait. I need more of this bullshit. I can't stuff my face with nearly enough bullshit. People watch so many TV shows as they're coming out. Like people will be like, yeah, I'm watching like fucking like 8 TV shows right now. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Remember when we watched Supergirl? That's some of the most TV experience where we were like, it got leaked 6 months before it aired, and we were like, oh my God, this is a legendary like this is a disaster on the level where like it could ruin it could ruin companies. It'll be a legendary embarrassment. Yeah. And then like it came out and it had like a 99% Rotten Tomatoes, and we were just like sitting there like, oh, that's like every time I see it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't. People have been gushing about fucking Yellowstone for 6 years or whatever. I finally see a scene from that, and it's like fucking dog shit. It was like written by a fucking 8-year-old. It's like, same as everything else, but still I was like, oh my fucking God. It was like literally it was a scene of it was a college classroom, and there's literally a fucking guy with a backwards baseball cap, and his name is like Troy, and this powerful Asian American woman comes in, and she looks like she's supposed to look like a porn. It's supposed to look like a porno because she like has glasses and she's insanely hot, but she's like a history professor, and she reads like one paragraph from like Columbus's journal, and she's like, how about that, Troy or Trent or whatever? Troy, have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt powerful? You want to make people do what you want
And he immediately just like acquiesces and is like, oh, she figured me out, fuck. And he looks down all sad, and I'm like, this is like gonna win Grammys or whatever fucking is the TV one.
Whatever. Grammy too. Why not?
No, Emmys. Emmys is the whatever. Golden Globes.
I watched a scene from Mad Men. I watched a couple of scenes from Mad Men. I think about rewatching the show. Oh my fucking god! It was the best TV show of all time.
Nice.
It's not even fucking close. There's literally anything people can point to whatever show they want. I promise you, Mad Men is a better TV show. I promise you. It's not even just the best TV show. It's one of the best things ever committed to the screen. There's this. God damn. I rewatched the scene where Don
David
Draper
said Breaking Bad is better. Breaking Bad go.
Breaking Bad's not better.
Oh, David, I was just about to message you. I'm sorry, I didn't see your Discord message last night. Can we do tomorrow? We can meet up tomorrow. Talk about Alaska. I was both drunk and asleep, or one of them. I don't remember, but I didn't see it.
I guess you could be asleep while you're drunk.
That is true.
Anyway, let's move on to. Do you have any more thoughts on Saikyou, Onmyouji, no Isekai, Tenseiki?
I was getting work. Shit, we'll figure something out. I don't have any more thoughts except I like this big gecko. He looks distraught.
Everybody looks a big gecko.
This one's interesting. High Card, the card show.
This is a wild one.
It is, but but in an interesting way. This is a multimedia franchise created by Homura Kawamoto, Hikaru Muno, and TMS Entertainment. But TMS Entertainment is not credited for the animation production of the show. That's Studio Hibari. So I don't know if that's a sub-label of TMS. It doesn't say it is on Wikipedia, so I don't know. Yeah. So
they were doing Bakugan and Duel Master stuff a decade ago.
Anyway. And it's I was seeing the promo art for this, and I was like, oh, it's it's like a card show, maybe like a gambling thing, which makes you think of Kakegurui, and then you find out that it's that's the Kakegurui guy. He just really loves gambling. Yeah. Yes, our SSL is expired for the website, David. Thank you. I'll get right up fucking on that. Okay. No one goes there. It's all you have to do is click proceed. Give me a break. You have to renew it like every 6 months. There's no way. We don't even store any user information. Why do we need an SSL certificate? It's ridiculous.
Why don't you cut us a break, David?
I do use Let's Encrypt, but you have to refresh it constantly. I use Let's Encrypt, but I have to figure out the fucking where it's hosted. I need to remember the login info. I need to SSH into it. I need to remember the series of commands to renew the fucking certificate and put what folder to put it in. I need to remember how to refresh it and restart whatever the SSL service is. I have it written all down somewhere, but it's still a fucking pain in the ass. And there's more than one certificate depending on the subdomain. Yeah, I'm a programmer. Okay, I never said it was a good one.
David does all of this stuff exclusively to steal movies. He knows all of this just to steal movies.
This motherfucker. Because I didn't think it would be that hard. He's so good at that.
All right.
I like to think about how David must be he could make anyone fucking he's in the military. He could make someone kill him easily. He must be fucking holding it back all the time.
David, he has the best get people riled up.
He's so good at it.
We were having a conversation recently where he was I did not give a fuck about this one, but he was like, I don't understand the problem with cannibalism.
yeah, it's shit like that. David should, honest to God, David should be a streamer, because that's one of the best. The more streamers I watch, I understand the skills involved, and it's shit like that is keeping people's attention and knowing exactly how to push people's buttons is an invaluable skill to have, and David might be the best at that of anyone I know, of just riling people up and just like just floating fucking crazy ideas
over innocuous things, over things that will never impact the real world at all. It's like he's able to create a pocket dimension of conflict that nobody could possibly ascertain any sort of real world implications for anything he says. But people will dump hours into arguing with him over bullshit that he doesn't even believe.
And you need to have you need to be able to like you need to have the self-control to like I'm too like I always just want to like say my actual opinion about stuff, but like if you're able to just like hold that down and just instead just like say the crazy thing, that's hard to do. You know.
Yeah, he's got one of the best straight faces about it too. There's no like you can't crack this. I've heard this man has held eggs are dairy as an opinion for 5 years.
They're in the dairy section of the supermarket. That's the entire argument. His entire argument is that it doesn't matter. People will go at him for eggs or dairy for hours. People will resume an argument with him about whether or not eggs are dairy when his only point is that they're in the dairy aisle. Yeah. We were talking recently about how he's really back. He's really back into like private torrent sites. Yeah. Like I don't know if we talked about this before, but I've never seen anyone get so like hard into like seed boxing and just like torrent site minutia. Like he just has terabytes of shit that he doesn't even consume just to get points, just to get torrent site points. And he was talking to me. He goes like, he was talking about some site. I think it was a movie site. He was talking about all these bugs that he's found on the site, and he's like, yeah, they're not even fixing them. And I'm like, things don't move very fast because this is like a site people maintain as a hobby. And he's like, he's paying attention to a like torrent sites move at like a glacier speed. They stay constant for like years and years. And he's like getting antsy because like the reward system has bugs and it's not working.
Well, he uses the RuneScape part of his brain for that. He honed that over decades of playing RuneScape. Like he took that skill set and applied it to gamifying fucking torrent websites. But I got a text from him I think yesterday or a day before where he's like, holy fuck, after 8 months the lead programmer or the lead dev for this torrent site is back, and hopefully he'll start fixing these problems. He's great.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Guy.
He has a domain name for his seed box.
Well, yeah, like he's got all this bullshit just to have something to steal movies.
I know.
All of this shit he had to learn. I have not unlimited time, so we gotta get through a few more of these.
Okay,
shows.
Yeah, we do have a few more. The card show.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw this and I was reading about it and I read that it is heavily inspired by the Kingsman movies, and I went, oh no! Because there's nothing I hate more than I only saw the first one, but I don't need to see any more than that. That's fucking, oh my god, Kingsman is just antithetical to anything I would like about a movie. But I do like cards, I guess.
Pantheon. It's in the plebe test pantheon for sure. The Kingsman. That's like, yeah, it's not tier 1, but it's in those in like the next few tiers, I think, of the plebe test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
which we should develop at some point.
Yeah, we should really formalize that, write that down. Yeah, there's like there's a heist scene. Someone is doing something for the Klondikes. I saw this a few days ago. I don't remember. There's a big explosion. Oh, look at the cheekbones on this motherfucker. I said, look at this guy.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a action scene. The show looks nice. You notice. And then we find our main character. He is a very, very main character, small beginnings. He's a pickpocket, and he lives in an
orphanage. Like he was at an orphanage.
Oh.
that story. Well, he's got to get the money to keep the orphanage going. The orphanage is going to get kicked out by a greedy landlord. and all the orphans are gonna be put on the street. So he's got to make money. That's like the most, not down on his luck, but small beginning story you could get in a protagonist. Tried and true.
Yeah. So he steals a bunch of like jewelry and shit and tries to pawn it, but he can't. So he I guess he just decides to, I forget what convinces him, but he decides to go to this universe's equivalent of Las Vegas, which is called Bell Land, which is funny because it sounds like Bell End, which is a British word for, wait, is it ass? Is Bell End a butt?
Bell End is penis.
Oh, it is.
Bell End is the penis.
Oh, okay. So a bell end and a knob, both penises.
Did you see the image I sent you of the business that was called Mongkok?
Yes. Well, I mean, I assume a lot of things are called cock because the city is Bangkok, so it must be something.
It's the Mong part that I think is funny. Mong is British slang for mongoloid, of course.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that. Okay. That's pretty funny.
Oh, the British slang terms, yes.
Oh shit! I just saw your picture that you sent me of your hotel. Damn, that's a nice.
Right on the river, bro.
Yeah. Mongkok. It even has like this font is like it's very like new metal or something. It's pretty funny.
It's got some attitude.
It's got the spray paint drips.
Yeah.
And then there's like a stamped on, sukiyaki in red. Okay, so yes, he goes to. Oh, you get muffled now. You set your phone down.
No, it's all good. Yeah, it's good. Good.
Okay. There's a guy named Lindsay Betts. I forget which one that is, but that's a pretty funny name for a guy in a card show.
Have we talked about the fact that the cards give them powers?
Well, we'll get to that, but we don't know that yet. It's about luck, but yeah, it's not literally gambling as in just like doing. Well, I mean, they'll probably do games, but with magical, enhancements, right? But yeah, right. It's not the same as Kakegurui, which is actual, just regular gambling. So he has this magic card. So when he goes to Vegas or Bell Land, I don't think he knows why it's happening, but he's very good at poker. He has or blackjack or whatever he does. No, I think they're playing poker. They're playing poker.
Yeah.
And he's winning a ton of money, and so another guy shows up and is even better at poker because he also has a card, and his name is Lucky Lunchman. Lucky Lunchman. So he loses everything to Lucky Lunchman, and then he's like, "Hey, teach me how to do what you do." And Lucky Lunchman's like, "Nah." And they both get kidnapped, and then I think it's which guy? I think there's like two factions here, and him and Lucky Lunchman are caught in the middle. One guy's luck makes another guy fall out of a window and die. Lucky Lunchman gets turned into marbles or something.
That is a very visceral power. That is a fucking really hardcore power to just disintegrate people into marbles.
That's a lot of luck. If everyone you're fighting spontaneously turns into marbles, that is very lucky. That is a lot of luck that card is giving him.
It's also extremely unlucky for that other guy.
Well,
that's bullshit. It's luck should be like, you don't get hit by a car, not that people fucking get disintegrated. I don't know.
There's a car chase. Another guy dies. I call him what's his face. And then is it? Oh yeah, our guy's power is he has a gun, or is that?
Yes.
Okay, his card. So his card makes him.
He steals the gun. He steals gun. The other guy had a gun, and he steals the gun from the guy because he stole his card, which gave him the gun power.
Which guy had the gun power? Did Marble Guy have two cards?
Marble Guy must have had two cards because there was one guy who we didn't think was there were two factions, like you said. One of the guys was the marble turning guy. The other one just also had a gun. So
okay,
but he still has his gun at the end. It's a little. I was a little lost. I was a little confused as to what was going on.
yeah, but yeah, it's and then at the end, I think he kill the first guy, but then the guy from the other faction shows up, but then he also like he faces off against him, something like that. I don't know. I liked
David standoff at the end.
Yeah, I liked the ending. It was nice and tense. It made you want to watch the second episode. This wasn't even bad, I thought.
This was nutso, is what I would call this. I'd call this show fucking. It's definitely entertaining, and I would say it's pretty good. It is also fucking unhinged. So the show opens. Do we even talk about the fact that this opens at a castle? This show opens at a helicopter raid on a castle where this lady in a sports jacket is stealing a briefcase full of playing cards, and it's this ridiculous, crazy helicopter explosion extravaganza set piece, and then we're in a city. I don't know where the fuck we are. Like, what is this? Is this our world? Is this I think it's
a straight up fictional country. I remember reading something like it's set in just a made up place to make it more marketable, like overseas and everywhere.
The castle thing really threw me off because it's like having helicopters around a castle compound is a very weird mishmash of visual ideas, and then to go into gambling from there, I was a little lost.
Oh, there's a mission in Ace Combat 5 where the president is kidnapped and they imprison him in a castle, and you need to fucking rescue him. So you need to protect the helicopters as they land in the castle and get through and rescue him. It's fucking sick. The Kakegurui guy, he loves over the top. Like, Kakegurui is like not even supernatural, but like it's just like they get like high and come off of gambling. Like, it's all just the more they gamble, like the more their faces get fucked up and they just start like screaming, and it's like just gets as intense as possible. So it seems like he brought kind of that same sentiment. Sick. It is good. Yeah, it's fun. So yeah, it's kind of neat.
Yes. I have time to probably just talk about the shows that I've seen. I could probably watch.
We can do that. Yeah.
Mou Ippon. Yeah. Okay. Great.
I mean, we've only the rest. Oh yeah, there's only one show that I've seen and you haven't. So yeah, we'll do the last three here. Yes, your favorite show, maybe.
I love the round girls. I like the round girls that throw each other. I like the sweaty girls slamming each other on the floor. I don't know if that's just something about me, but let's go ahead.
You got a lot of it. Yeah, Mou Ippon. I don't know what the point of translating it into English, but I guess it's Ippon again. Okay. Manga adaptation. Bakken Record, which is a label of Tatsunoko. So okay, it's I always accidentally call this kendo. What the fuck is it? What the fuck is it called? Judo. It's judo. Yes. It's flipping, grappling, karate. It's fight. It's mat fighting.
You grab a motherfucker by the shirt and manhandle him.
Yeah, you just
give him so much butt.
There's a lot of flipping and flopping noises, just like bodies hitting a soft mat.
Yeah, it's wistful off-screen bodies hitting the floor. It is like shot of a window with a beautiful like sherbet-colored sunshine coming in, and sweaty girls are slamming on the floor.
This show is the main takeaway is that this show is very sentimental about high school judo.
Yes, it is.
Like in the way that it's like it doesn't even feel like it's happening presently. It like feels like a memory of something that happened because of how like nostalgic it's trying to be, to the point where it goes maybe a little far.
I was exactly in line with. I was vibrating on this wavelength while I was watching this shit, man. Specifically like they go to a tournament, or there's a tournament in like the first half of the episode or whatever, where it is sun streaming in through the windows as all these kids are like, you know, that are talking, you know, at the tournament, and the color palette is orange and pink and purple. And there's like this hard sunshine coming in through the windows and giving them a rim light and stuff. I was super into that aesthetic. I thought this show was going to look like garbage, but when you look at screenshots, it doesn't look like particularly striking. But in motion, it looks fucking great. There are a couple of shots that have these amazing camera moves, including one at the end. But I thought that there was such a great like visceral quality to the actual judo matches. Anyway.
Yeah, it looks way better than I expected. Like, it's well animated. The only like we just thought it would look weird because the character designs, like they're very like cold adapted. They're very Mongolian or like Eskimo looking girls, which I guess is just like probably just the build you want to have for judo. Like they're a little short, and a little fat. Got some baby fat on them. They look like big ass Garbage Pail Kids. They look like Cabbage Patch kids or garbage. What's the Garbage Pail Kids? Did I say that already?
Yeah. There was Cabbage Patch Kids and the Garbage Pail Kids. Garbage Pail Kids were the gross, like stinky ones.
I know that. Yeah.
But yeah, I really love the actual like match itself that happens. I love that she loses. It doesn't get her Ippon, but she's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did such a great job of set. So I think it's really like two halves. There's the first half, which is, you know, the main character is said that she's going to be done with judo when she goes into high school because it consumes so much of her life. And that sort of first half arc resolves with her wanting to get an Ippon, which is like a
it's like a win, I guess.
KO. Yeah, like a win by pin or something.
Like
and she doesn't get it, but that's okay because she had a really fun time doing it. And then they get to high school, and they're able to get they're all in the same high school, including the girl that she lost to in the tournament. And of course, they got a club there. They got a judo club that's going under because they don't got enough members. And they go to visit the club room or whatever because they might join the kendo club. And when they get there, the girl that she lost to is struggling with some kendo bros over tatami mats or whatever because they have to share the martial arts space at the school. And through whatever circumstances, the main character ends up slamming this other girl onto the tatami floor. And there's this incredible, like, probably 180 degree pan shot around her throughout this slam. And the camera pulls back, like, through the crowd as people are watching it happen. And when she slams her on the ground, everybody goes, Ippon. It acknowledges that she pulled it off. And she has to do the judo. She doesn't think that she wants to, but she really wants to. Yeah.
I really like the very tsundere like rival who like clearly wants to be friends with her, but like is too shy.
Right.
It's really really like not a sexual fetish, but it really fetishizes this activity. Like it just breaks it down into its component parts. Like she's really just like it really just loves just every component of just like the sweat and just the sounds and the feeling of the whatever the outfits, the uniforms, the thing's called, the sounds, everything. And if you like this, this very much reminded me of the show Ping Pong Girls. What's the English?
Gotcha.
Scorching Ping Pong Girls, because that's also just really about like like everything in Ping Pong Girls is just about how much they can make their hearts go doki doki with ping pong, and there's also just a ton of fucking sweat and just like they get very excited when the ping pong be hidden. Also, the music is fucking awesome. It's like I think it's the group that did the music for Bento.
This is striking that chord of like people who clearly put the effort into understanding the thing that they're doing. Like put the effort into understanding judo as a discipline for the show that they're making.
Well, maybe. I mean, they haven't gotten much into the mechanics of it yet. More just like the sensory experiences of it, you know.
Right, and that's what I'm able to like as an observer. That's the thing that I'm like latching onto. I like the artistry of conveying that sort of combat sport. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And God, look at it. Look at that location. It's yeah, I was pretty tickled with this one. This is up there with what if you had a big girlfriend as which I've seen like 5 episodes of that now, and it continues to be quite entertaining.
Nice.
But yeah, I really like this. I thought I like a club show where they care about the actual activity. I like that. I appreciate that.
Well, yeah. It'd be weird if they didn't.
But
yeah, so if you like big stompy feet and you like a bunch of girls who look like the baby from Ice Age, then here you fucking go.
I love it. That's all I want. It's all I've ever wanted is the baby from Ice Age to slam me on the ground. What if? Wait a minute. I'm noticing a trend. I want to get roughed up by the big lady. I like these girls that slam each other on the ground. I think I just want to be beat up. Maybe I want an Italian wife.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I needed
a big ladle holding apron wearing lady.
Yeah, I'm sitting at a table that's like 3 sizes too small with a checkered fucking tablecloth on it. And she
serves you your fourth plate, and you're like, I can't eat it anymore. She's like, eat up, come on.
Away. You are wasting away. You look terrible.
Come on, eat.
That sounds all right. Oh yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, okay, we'll save Ayakashi Triangle and move on to Kubo-san. Kubo-san wa Mobu wo Yurusanai. That's I guess the title is it's Mobu, meaning like mob from a video game, but it's I guess it's on the manga it overlays that with Boku. I don't know. There's some pun there I don't get, but it's both. Yeah, Kubo-san won't let me be invisible. Oh, by the way, I won't talk about Ayakashi Triangle, but you can tally it, add another to our gender swap shows for this season. I was like, oh my god, another one. That was crazy. But Kubo-san is a manga animation pine jam. I like the opening gag to illustrate that he is generic and does not stand out. He tells an anecdote about how they put him, they added him to the school, to the class photo, even though he was already in it.
Yes.
That's a good bit. So no one can see him, and it enters a sort of almost a semi-supernatural, like, realm where it's like people can almost literally not see him. And he has to speak up. It's like a superpower. Yeah, if he doesn't go out of his, I mean, he can be right in front of somebody's face, and they just won't acknowledge him as being a thing. Right.
Sorry, I'm just getting text messages about fucking shit I have to do today. But I'm here. I'm here now.
Yep, not a problem. And then so he's in class. No one ever notices him in class, except he has a girl who teases him, and it's Kana Hanazawa. She has a character name, but it's Kana Hanazawa.
Yes.
And then the opening plays. They drew a car for the opening, which I appreciated. They're driving in a car. And then the rest of the show is basically them drawing a whole lot of cute frames of this girl. and I liked it.
There is cute frames of this girl, and also just slowly getting hornier. Where they at one point he's like, "What if I sat on your hard cock?"
That was over the line. That was the one where it was like, dude, holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if a girl sits in your lap on purpose, there's only one thing she's trying to do, is she's trying to make you get a boner so she can rub on it to tease you or whatever.
I fucked every girl who was sat in my lap.
Yeah.
And that's just, statistically speaking, that is you have to. They want the cum. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it's 100% of the time. If a girl chooses to sit on your lap, you can have sex with her. I think it's going to progress to the point where she's like, do you think if I put my hand down your pants in the middle of class, anybody would notice? If I peeled back your foreskin and started rubbing the head of your cock, anybody would notice? Do you think if we had full on, if I gave you brain in the back of the classroom, do you think anybody would notice? And it'll be really embarrassing when they do notice. That'd be a real pickle to get.
That would be quite a conundrum.
It would be a real. They'd be like, what's his name? His name's fucking Junta.
Yeah.
Junta. They have Tiny Teacher, which is one of my favorite archetypes.
Yeah, I love tiny like closed eye teacher who is like always like, oh, naruhodo. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like them going for the sitting on the lap. They should go way further. They should go grosser. They won't, obviously.
Yeah. Junta, I'll give you my melon pon if you can find my nipple on the first try where it is.
And he's like, I don't know what he wants from me. Yeah, the Japanese, they are incapable. They get a cold if they go out in the rain, and they are incapable of understanding when somebody wants to have sex. That's actually why their birth rate's going down, is that nobody can fucking pick up these signals at all. They're throwing them all. These women are throwing themselves all over these boys, but the boys just don't understand. They just don't get it. They need classes on that shit.
Yeah, maybe. As far as teasing shows go, like she's not just that's not her only. They do make her a character. She's not all about the teasing. They at least like give you like they at least show you her like in her house. It's not like I like Takagi-san, but like Takagi-san's like a black box where you like don't see her when she's not teasing, even though you assume that she likes him. It's just like it's very like one dimensional, which is still fine. But this kind of at least like it does show you that like actually she is I don't know, she's cute. That's pretty much it. The show should be called Kubo-san Needs a Fucking Hair Tie, because every shot of her is her seductively like putting her hair behind her ear. It's like, goddamn, girl, you just need to do something with all that shit.
That'd be a funny. That's a good bit where he just like there's a scene where she keeps doing it over and over again, and he offers her a hair tie. Bought these for you because you keep doing that shit.
He should be sassy. He should just like he should just always be like, instead of like giving her the reaction she wants, just like roasting her about it.
Well, that or extreme, like beyond clueless, to where like where like it's like, she sits in his lap and he's like, oh, do you want this seat, and stands up. It's like just anyway.
Oh, did you want my pants? You're unzipping me. Do you want my pants? Are you cold?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I want the teasing show with the guy who can't. It's not that he doesn't want to be teased, or that he doesn't know whether or not she likes him. He doesn't even occur to him that that's a possibility. He doesn't even understand sexual. He doesn't understand romance. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not that far off from a lot of these shows. But just taking it to the really the utmost, to the maximum, the logical conclusion. They really I like that in the show, their messaging app, instead of Line, it's Pine, because it's Pine Jam. I was thinking, I wonder if they do that for other shows. But the other main takeaways are he has a big chubby mom, which is fun. But holy shit, did they bury the lead? Her sister, god damn, brother. She walks out, and you're like, we're getting to her at like 21 minutes into the show. Oh my god! I took so many screenshots of this. I can't. I'll just skip to the sister.
Show me these screenshots.
Oh,
show me these screenings, bro. Oh my god! Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, I know.
That's just a problem. That's just a real issue that poses some problems, man. That's just you gotta. It's hard to take that in, you know.
Who puts this?
Well.
Like, what is this? A tank crop top? Just throwing that on after a shower? You trying to fucking kill me, lady?
I thought she was gonna say maybe she's trying to fucking tease her sister. Maybe she wants some fucking lesbian.
Well, that is the dynamic. I mean, not sexually, but she in turn teases her sister at home, like, you know, because her sister is like obviously has a crush on a boy, and she's like she knows, but the sister pretends not to know. So yeah, she's the teaser in their house.
He should go and tease that sister, and then they have a teasing circle. They are a teasing triangle where
maximum chaos route.
Yeah. Just this show ends in an NTR where Kubo, or fucking not Kubo, where Junta goes for the sister, it breaks her fucking heart.
Oh my god. Why would you destroy something adorable like that?
I love it. I love the. Yeah, I want the chaos. Why not? Okay. We got one more here.
Yeah, but
I got time for one.
I did not expect to like this, but it was okay.
I thought it was. I got the formula. Yeah. But I liked the girls. So I guess that's pretty much all you can really ask for, is that you like the girls.
Very much so, yes. Okay. Yeah,
last one. More lap sitting. More lap sitting, please.
Could use, some more. Last show we'll talk about is Mononogatari, which I was like, you can't call a show that, but then I realized it was Mononogatari, which is really tough to notice if you're just reading it. Because it just really just looks like your brain it's so easy to skip over the second no. Mononogatari is the English title, I guess, is being called Malevolent Spirits. Not super catchy. Manga adaptation by Bandai Namco. It's a young, cocky shonen demon hunter show. There you go.
I've never seen such a program before.
I know. Have you seen Bleach, and also the thing that's the really, really popular thing that's just Bleach, which is called Jujutsu Kaisen? Well, how about a third one? Is there room for a third one? No, but they made it anyways.
I was a big fan of Noragami. I thought Noragami was a good,
That's similar. Yeah, I mean, he's more of a, like, the main character in that is kind of a tramp. You know, he's kind of a vigilante. But when you're like in this show, he has like a grandpa that he's learning under, and then there's like demons, and he gets sent to a place to learn how to do the demon hunting. It's just really, I don't even it's there's not much to even talk about.
He hates demons because demons killed his brother and sister, which is like, come on, man.
Oh, is that who they were?
Yeah. Come on, man. Give me like come on. Give me a good reason, not like just like the most obvious bigotry reason that exists. But it's just like, oh, I was wronged by this group. Now I hate all of them. I was wronged by one member of this group.
Well, I mean, they're not even really treated like. I mean, so far, aren't they basically treated as like animals? Or I guess like the other characters are. What are they called? Sugu Mono or whatever. But like, yeah, they're basically like wild animals, but you can, like, I guess, sort of peacefully seal them and put them away, send them up to Asian heaven or whatever, to Buddha. But he doesn't want to. He wants to punch them real hard.
Brutally murdering them instead of.
Well, he punches them real hard and then seals them, which is like. He still does the sealing part, so it's not like that much different. It's just like he punches him first.
Yeah.
So and it's not even really that well it's not well animated really particularly at all. And the fights are like kind of uneventful because they're probably not working off the best budget. Just watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't even watched Jujutsu Kaisen. We didn't love the first episode of that, but it's like clearly it's gonna be good. It's like Mappa or whatever. Maybe it's Wit. It might be Wit. I can't remember. But it's like watch that one. Come on, don't do this.
It's Mappa.
Yeah. Everything's Mappa. Don't be doing this.
Why? Yeah, come on.
He grows swords out of his hands, but then he's just holding the swords, and then they fight, but it's like they barely fight. They like hit each other twice, you know. I
liked his ring weapon things. He didn't use those enough. Yeah, he had the rings that he was dangling off of his fingers. I thought that those were like kind of like visually interesting. I've never seen a weapon like that before. Like I guess he's using them to cast spells or whatever. But
if you're gonna have like if you're gonna have like a show where you're fighting Tsugu Momo got whatever the fuck they're called, the possessed items, I want this to be the most fucking Buddhist ass Shinto Ching Chong mystical shit you've ever. I want it to be maximum Buddhism. I want them to be fighting with like the bamboo things that water flows through that go donk. I want them to be fucking having. I want them to have seals. I want weird.
Give me the most
pieces of
combat.
swastika. Yeah, just like.
Esoteric Eastern mysticism mishmash. Hodgepodge,
yes.
Throw everything. I want them to have big dumb fucking knots around their waist, like that's like their belt is a huge fucking rope belt, and then I want them to stomp a lot. I want them to put their feet out and stomp like sumo wrestlers to do their moves.
Yeah, I want them to be wearing the socks with the big toe divider. I want them to have that big staff with like bells on the end and fight with it or some shit.
Yeah, I want them to have a bunch of like glowing rings on the end of a rod. Or they have a stick with a bunch of like paper origami shit coming off of it, you know, and they shake the stick at them. And
that's weird like incense and like sage or whatever, and just give me maximum Buddhism for your demon, for your whatever they are.
The ultimate move is you sprout 6 more arms, but you don't use them to fight. They just do hand gestures.
They just ring bells and do little symbols and draw seals and shit. Yeah, they draw kanji.
Raise a temple out of the ground. Like you have like a temple that you're able to summon, and then you sit cross-legged inside of it, and then that's like how you activate your power.
That would be basically like what I was, because like. I was talking the other day to you about like thinking about how Harry Potter works and how fucking incomprehensible it would be to have like actual like wizards fighting each other if they weren't just like using wand guns, and it would just be them just like sitting in completely different parts of the world, not even seeing each other in the same room, and just like doing incantations so fucking hard that they're like bleeding out of their eyes and shit to fight each other.
There was a period of time where Alan Moore and Grant Morrison were in a black magic war or chaos magic war. There was a period where they were writing like ciphers basically into their comic books, talking about each other as chaos magicians. And like Grant Morrison, when he was writing, would just stay up for 3 days on end, like surrounded by candles, listening to "Tomorrow Never Knows" by the Beatles on a loop. At one point,
pretty good.
At one point, he went to a Buddhist. The story is so fucking funny, but because he's like an Irish guy, and he talked like an Irish guy from the streets, and
he's like fighting Irish.
Grant Morrison, and he's talking about how he went to this Buddhist temple in like Peru or not Peru, fucking what am I thinking of? What's the holy land that China took over or claims ownership of? Nepal. Why did I say Peru? Yeah, Nepal. Another mountainous area. He went to Nepal and climbed up this set of stairs. There was like 100 stairs, and it's like climb up without breathing. Like take one breath in and climb up 100 stairs, and then you'll attain enlightenment. And he's like, yeah, so I climbed up the stairs, and I went up the stairs, and I got to the top, and then I was greeted by these scorpions, and I was like, fuck. He's like, the scorpions. They showed me death and life, and they showed me that the earth is just an egg for the alternate dimensional beings. This is where they're born. They're born here as ideas, and it's like it's a really fucking funny interview. I can't do it justice, but like hearing him say he's like all this hellish shit came through, and I was talking to demon babies, and I was like, fuck. It's, but yeah, just Alan Moore and Grant Morrison frying their brains by not sleeping to call each other whack chaos magicians is the funniest shit. And
Damn,
like
awesome.
yeah, they're the best.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
I haven't read any Gene. What's the fucking Shadow of the Torturer guy? I've always wondered how magic works in his books, because it's got to be pretty hardcore, because that guy's Gene Wolfe. It seems like he take it pretty seriously.
What's the deal of this? What is this?
Gene Wolfe, the fantasy writer. You know,
I don't know anything about this guy.
Oh, Book of the New Sun. It's like older, very very like well respected, like hardcore fantasy books in the 80s.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I wonder if that's like super hard fantasy. Anyways, yeah, it's that tangent.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Instead, it's lame magic. They did lame magic instead of cool magic.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Well, that's part 4.
We'll clean up. Yeah. When I get back home next week, and then before you leave, we'll have to clean up the remaining shows we got here. I'll watch a few more of them, and we'll fucking fry this turkey or whatever it was.
Finally end, maybe.
Just in time for the next one to start.
Stay tuned. I'm seeing if I can find another Bionicle rap. I don't know if there's any more. What's this? Uh-oh. This might be bad. Is this just a guy on YouTube doing it?
Trying to catch a nab, bro?
Perfect.
Yep, there it is.
All right.
So
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
One moment it's there,
Bye-bye.
the next it's gone.
Yeah, stay healthy over there. Have fun.
Kinesis is also his thing, and he's real short. Watch Mystica is short too, but don't be fooled. She won't miss when she shoots you. Louie's not a small one, getting a little bigger. He's pretty dangerous.
No!
Even though this type of mock, it might be completely new, but all I know is that this guy is blue. Circuit is Romanian spot, and swords are not the only thing he's got. He's really smart, and he's got a few guns, but sometimes he's not dangerous. Maybe he's really fun. Chris Delius is from Onukaro, and he's a monster hunter, a T-Rex today, a Roxy tomorrow. Killing things is his bread and butter. I think we've all seen Deadpool the hero, but just in case you don't know, he can roll back his limbs and his head, and that's why his name, it starts with dead. The Easter Bunny is very handy, and that's 'cause it gives you lots of candy. Claymore is a dragon of fire and flame. Though this might sound bad, she loves fun and games. We've all seen this little tree that's cute. Its vocabulary consists of lion, lamb, and Groot. The mask of Tahu's by the name of Hal. It is a great mask, so you should say wow. Irakuna has come back from the dead, but she didn't die because of her bloodshed. Irakuna has these huge wings that let her fly. She's also got a sword that'll make you say goodbye. Iruini is Max Jonas and Romanian's father. Because of this, he thinks that war is slaughter. He's powerful in fire and the sphere. One glare from his eyes, and he can strike fear. Here's a phoenix, also known as a firebird, and she can rebirth from the ashes and dirt. Javik is a magma-clawed hermit crab, and with those claws of fire, he will stab. He's got a shell for protection that holds